Welcome to Messin. Woo, I came in hot there. Welcome to Messin Mormons. I'm just really excited. This is CD. I'm joined as always with Wade.
What up, man?
And Chez.
How you doing today?
And of course, our sound engineer. What's up, Kurt?
Good, how are you?
And if you guys don't know already, you're going to probably hear another familiar voice. I think you've probably been on more times than anyone else.
Ooh.
Mr. Nate Ure.
That's a trophy. Thank you.
A.K.A. Nature.
Hi.
Yeah.
How are you guys?
Welcome, man.
Dude,
hey, thanks.
I feel like Nature is such a cool name. Didn't you write on social
I
media
was
the
just
other day?
posting about like how
There's people don't call you
felt
Nature
really
anymore?
no, they still do, and it's really funny. But even people at my work, like I'll tell them my name and I have a fucking name tag, and I use like my name tag from like barber school still, so it has my last name on it too. So it says Nature, and you know a lot of people.
But does it say Nature or Nate Ure?
Well, it says Nate Ure, obviously, but you put it together and it's Nature. But I'll tell even like my coworkers. I've one guy. He'll still he calls me Ure. He thinks like my first name is Ure at this point too. So he's like, "What's up, Ure? How you doing?" And at first I thought it was just like, you know, like the back of my jersey kind of thing, Ure. But no, like he thinks my first name is Ure.
Does that mean he thinks your last name is Nate?
I suppose so.
Damn, that's wild.
I don't know. I mean, I explained it thoroughly, and it's on my chest every time I see him. So
I just know you as Nature.
yeah, I know it's funny.
I was looking you up in my phone, and I looked up Nature, and you're like, "Yeah, my name's Nate."
Yeah, there's like shit. Oh, it is Nate.
I get called Reddish all the time, though.
No, yeah, that's the point. I never, but it's obvious with this guy. It's like he thinks I'm Ure.
Yeah,
so
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Huh.
Even like I'm working out. I'm in the process of selling my house here shortly, and so I'm dealing with my realtor, a really cool dude, and we're talking with my father actually, who lives in another country right now, and so we're talking to him kind of on the phone about some of the details of the house, just because he's helped me with it in the past. So. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm with your son, Nature here." And it's just funny, like 41-year-old man, and this is his, 7-year-old dad that we're talking to, Nature. No, it's funny. I don't get mad or anything about it, but it was funny. So yeah,
It's I am definitely
Nature
familiar
is-
with the use. I have many monikers. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like people call me Reddish. Some people call me CD. Some people call me
Diz.
Yeah, C Dizzle, C Diz.
yeah, you do.
Some people call you CJ.
Yeah, some people call me CJ, and I don't even correct them, honestly.
No, not anymore.
It's
Yeah.
it's such a common occurrence.
Here it is, Like,
Yeah.
right. But yeah, like growing up, that part of that post or whatever, growing up, when you get called in roll call, they sometimes your last name comes first. It's you're Nate.
Yeah. I read your post, and I never put that.
Yeah, that's
like
and for a long time it was never Nature. It was like, oh, you're
an
Nate.
eight.
Ah, that sucks. But,
I had never thought of that until just
I
now.
have never thought of that either.
You heard it, I'm sure, because we all went to the same elementary school. So I'm sure you heard someone call me it at some point. But
That's crazy.
yeah, we got lucky. But yeah, I mean, this just makes your skin thick, I suppose.
Yeah, mine for that to just compare is I got called compact disc.
Oh, I remember.
Like,
I'm sure I said
every
it.
day of your life until almost like well
Until
into
they
my
finally
20s.
stopped making them.
Right. Yeah.
With my name, I just get used to being at the bottom of lists.
Me
You
too,
know?
with the last name.
Yeah.
Yep, it was always cool when they switched it and like instead of alphabetical order, we're gonna start at the bottom of the alphabet. I was like, "Fuck yeah!" Me and like Xander over here, like we're good.
Yeah.
Xanderson or whatever.
But Wade, we can all agree that you're always on the top of Santa's naughty list, right?
Oh yeah. I'd love to be naughty with Santa.
Nice.
I was say, you know why Santa's so jolly, right?
Why?
Because he knows where all the naughty girls live.
Oh.
Stop it, Santa.
Christmas in July.
Oh my God.
June almost.
Mike Tyson.
Yeah. How's your guys' week?
It's good.
It's weird. Memorial Day for me is just like a Memorial Day weekend.
It always rains.
And I never paid that much attention.
Yeah, always
but
rains.
I've heard a couple people say that this week.
Yep.
It's because we're mourning.
And I actually,
It's afternoon.
my job, it's very important
Sorry.
to keep track of the weather, like such as rain, being a window cleaner. Usually my phone starts ringing a lot more after it's done raining. So, but I never
Hard
noticed
water.
that until and sure shit, it's fucking raining this weekend.
Yep.
And that means I can't go to my pool. I can't fucking.
I mean,
So-
you can. It's just
You
rain.
can, yeah. It's just gonna look at it.
But the other thing with Memorial is it seems like everything's all booked out. Like everyone's either at Top Golf or everyone's camping or everyone's which is great. I mean, if you have a 3-day weekend, I think
Pretty
that's
slow at the place I work, so that wasn't booked out.
That's
last
because
night.
it was a 3-day weekend and everyone
I'm
else
just
is doing shit. You know,
I know. Just
But-
kidding. It wasn't too bad.
for me, that's an argument against doing that, because then you have to just compete with the crowds.
Yeah.
And everything's fucking full of shit. You know,
That's kind of how it's getting everywhere here
Yeah.
in Utah.
remember like opening after the pandemic, the first day that bars came back, and then everyone was just
Dude,
like,
I worked. I worked one of those bars.
and it was just like a party, man. And like
And people were really nice to bartenders for a long time, and then they kind of
back
turned
to their
back into
dickish selves. Yeah.
get another job if you don't want a tip. If you're gonna bitch about a tip, wait a minute, what?
Yeah, and at the beginning of the pandemic, it was all about taking care of the service
Oh,
workers
yeah.
and
You know,
everything.
that was great.
Dude, I had a recent Facebook memory that came up, and it was something that I was asking like to my community of friends, and I wasn't like, I was just mostly just asking. I was willing to do whatever, but
Did
I
anybody
said
want to
something
do
like,
this?
"What do you do?"
Oh, good, thank you.
I'm good.
All right.
I said, "What do you do during the pandemic with like when you go to pick something up? There's saying to tip even then. Like if you're going to like McDonald's or you're going to Little Caesars and you're tipping them just for going to pick it up."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Well, do you just? I don't feel like you're really. I don't know. You're getting paid to make pizza, but then now you wouldn't imagine going to fucking." Leaving a tip at Little Caesars, you know.
Oh, dude, I leave tips at McDonald's. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
I think
I'm in the
technically,
drive-through. I'll give him a couple of bucks, man. Watch
think-
that kid like, oh.
I think
That's why my shit doesn't get fucked up. See, we were talking about this earlier.
Yeah, and
Your orders are always getting fucked up. Maybe you start. Maybe
Yeah, you need to
you know,
start
my
tipping
orders
better.
weren't. No, I was just going right to men, and I don't mind tipping, but you don't do it like you were saying. Is that's kind of like lost now? Everyone's lost
Oh,
their
sure.
gracious,
Yeah.
their graciousness towards the service.
Yeah, because no
community.
one's got free money anymore. So
Yeah,
There's
right.
a-
okay,
there's a
I gotta
point.
spend my own money. No,
You-
I'm good.
Do you imagine how fucking busy tattoo artists got on stimulus check
sure. a
number
lot of-
one?
Yeah, it's just like when refunds from taxes too.
Yeah, yeah.
All the glass artists I know are always like, "Yeah, man, payday's coming. It's almost tax season." I get it.
Yeah, it's just funny that the money that's being used to help you out during a pandemic ends up going to like some frivolous form of spending. Like,
yeah, that's
But isn't that why
exact
they were
word.
called a stimulus check?
I mean, it's a good point. Yeah.
Oh,
Stimulate
sure.
the economy.
but I used my stimulus check. I received one.
Probably
and-
on important things like bills and rent.
Yes, I did. Yeah,
I bought a
Food.
Onewheel.
Yeah, I was gonna say so. That was gonna segue kind of into what your new shtick is or your new thing,
You're the
because
one-wheel guy, man.
no,
For now, almost.
every time
One of them.
One of them, yeah, one of them.
every time you come into the studio, there's always some new project that you've taken on,
It seems like a
and you
squirrel.
yeah,
It's kind of
they're all
ADD of work. No, but I stick with them.
yeah, and you do stick with them. But you seemed. I remember you've probably been on a one wheel for a while, but like you've done competitions and shit, and you're.
Yeah.
Isn't there some shop that you're helping out downtown?
Yeah, so
or-
there's my friend, he goes by Stoker Jones, which is
Hell yeah.
a very appropriate name for this sport that we're in, and he has started he got certified by a third party company to repair these things, which is in big need here because we beat the shit out of these things. These one wheels, you can take them up in the trails, like the mountains, or like people taking frisbee golfing and rallies through those trails and get the best of it. But yeah, I use mine for travel and all kinds of other shit. It's in the back of my truck too,
Just to set the stage right now, too, like nature, you're wearing a one-wheel hat.
Yeah, I
love
don't
one
want to do
wheels.
my hair.
I can.
Yeah.
I'm. It's cool to hear that there's like a demand and there's a community, because like if you lived in Wichita, Kansas, you have a one wheel and
Surprisingly, there is a Stoke Life certified company out there that would help you.
Okay, I picked the wrong city.
No,
but
you're right.
Yeah,
No,
but what
it's
if you? Because one wheels have become quite popular. I see them all around.
It's weird. Yeah, now you start to see them everywhere. It's fucking bizarre. I honestly, like I said, I think I've said this even on the show. The first time I saw them, I thought it was a fucking dumb looking thing. I was like, this is the dumbest looking idiot.
Did you bring it with you today?
Yeah, it's in the back of my truck.
Hell yeah.
Or that's in the cab rather.
Okay.
There's a.
I bought one of them.
I want to try and ride it.
Yeah, this one's got a suspension, so it's a little givey. It's nice. It's got some. It's like the Cadillac of one wheels right now. It's nice.
It's got suspension, it's like the Jeep Wrangler of one wheels.
Yeah, not quite, but I would say maybe like the Compass, the Jeep Compass, or maybe the
Geo Metro,
the Cherokee. No, it's still in the Jeep family.
Oh, okay.
But,
yeah, I think last time that I had talked to you about One Wheels, you guys plan out the community plans out like these rides you do together, like different parks and stuff.
We do some weekly rides on Wednesdays, and what's rad lately is some of like the other PEVs or personal electric vehicles, like the longboards that people have, and all kinds of other those EUCs, the electric unicycle. One.
Oh yeah.
Looks like they're skiing kind of.
I've never seen. Does it have a wheel?
Yeah,
Dude, you've seen them.
Like a unicycle?
They fly. It's like skiing versus, because think of mine's kind of like skateboarding, snowboarding. These are kind of more like skiing.
Oh, the hoverboard.
No, it's just one wheel.
Oh, okay.
It's more like a mountain bike tire. Yeah, they go way faster than the one wheel. They're like far superior in technology. Plus, they let you work on them. That's the bummer part about that company. One Wheel makes an awesome product, but they're assholes about it.
Yeah, like Apple.
Yeah, they're very
So
can't mess with this. If you open it up, you just voided the warranty, and not only that,
everything's proprietary.
Absolutely, and they're connected. Some of them are like serial connected. So if you pulled a battery management system off of one board, a newer board, you couldn't replace a battery unless it was paired with that originally, or then you have to send back to the factory. And they don't want you to change your own tires. It's pretty wild.
Yeah,
not even change your own tire, huh?
Yeah, they're starting to loosen up on that shit, but because we use kart tires, like performance kart tires. Ches and I have talked about this a few times. Because I'm like, what do you think about these? Like they're like Burris, because it's just weird that they obviously they picked a common tire that they could find at first, but now their latest model, just to kind of piss everybody off, they went to a bigger hub and changed the tire, and now it's a proprietary tire.
Yeah, so now you have to get the tire from One Wheel.
Fucking garbage tire. So, well, both of them, they have a treaded and a slick, but yeah, they're garbage.
Yeah, I feel like that's like with
my
Tesla.
blunt went out. Sorry.
Or you were mentioning like Apple or Tesla and these. Or a Range Rover, you have to have a Range Rover oil change. You can't take your fucking Range Rover to Jiffy Lube,
Special oil.
So at your shop, then, do you have
range free?
Or it's grass-fed oil.
Do you work? Hey, did you say you work at this shop?
Yeah. So yeah, I'm part of it. I'd say more of like an employee.
So you work there?
Yes. I don't want to take a partnership. My buddy does all the work. So
no. That's why I asked if you worked there.
Yeah.
I just said your shop, as in like the shop that you work at. But anyway,
sure. I will represent it.
Do you have to be licensed to do those kind of changes?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so there's like
One
a
Wheel
certification.
Provides you guys.
No, not at all. No, this is a third party thing because One Wheel does not want you to work on these things. So like, these services are things like that battery thing that I was just talking about, that issue. You would essentially take it to the shop and you can bypass that system, so you could upgrade a battery like I've done with one of mine, so I get twice the mileage out of the battery as opposed to stock. But you then have to kind of trick the battery management system.
It's like jailbreaking a cell phone.
Exactly, but you're soldering chips into things sometimes. It's pretty wild. So that stuff, I don't get down on that stuff. I like changing tires. That's fun. And I like selling stuff. I'm good at that. So.
How much does a One Wheel go these days?
There's basically two models that are available. There's three that there's five current. There's five total or whatever. A lot of them are obsolete, but the XR is kind of the most moddable, and they discontinued that, but you can still get parts for them, and you still buy those. Those start at about $1,800, but since they're not making them, you can get them up to $2,500 for a brand new one because people are stingy. Makes sense. But typically, I think the Pint X is like $2,000. I don't know, maybe $1,800, and then the GT is like $2,200 and change. They're pretty.
Yeah, it's $1,400 for the Pint X.
There you go, $1,400.
Dude,
yeah.
$2,200 for the GT.
Yeah.
Wait, are you serious about wanting to take that thing for a ride?
Yeah, I'm gonna try it.
It's crazy.
This one's easy though.
The one I tried, we have a mutual friend, Pat, and he was riding a Onewheel, and I mean, I guess you can get used. You know, it's just like riding a bike. You're not going to get right on the bike your first time and fucking be a pro.
Yeah.
But dude, maybe I'm just getting old, and I've crashed on my skateboard so many times. I give
you get a little timid.
Are you gonna try it? Are you gonna try it too?
Well, because basically the best way to ride it, at least from my experience, is when you get on that thing, you have to commit.
Yeah.
You can't just start off slow.
No.
Yeah, you got to.
Well, you can start off slow because there's limits. Like I'm a heavy dude.
Yeah, but you have to learn. It's
a self-balancing part.
Yeah.
So you have to get up and balance, and it's like a teeter-totter thing at first. So once you've figured that out, it's great. But I mean, the kind of strange part is leaning forward is how you go faster.
Yeah.
But then at some point it can't let you go faster. Like it's limits, you know. So
how fast does one of them fuckers go?
I mean, you can get them up to like 25, 27, like downhill, and if you're skinny
and the wind's behind you.
Yeah, but like I'm plus 200. I'm like 215. I don't know, 220 right now. So my limits are about 19. That's a happy place.
That's still pretty fast.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and you can. I mean,
that's fast enough to get a good old rash.
It hurts to fall. Yeah, like luckily we've got some.
Yeah, I mean you're not just taking this around town too. You're fucking around on trails.
Yeah, mountain bike trails. We take them all over those. That people let us do it. We're trying to get up onto Solitude this year. Trying to make them let us take them on the lift.
Oh yeah.
You know, I've got a bag so I can hide mine. But
do they not allow electric bikes on their trails too?
I think that's what the key is. Yeah, because I mean, a lot of the issues people are having is the batteries. They're worried about those catching fire.
Oh, yeah,
really?
That's true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
God,
lithium ion.
That would have been the last reason why. Because I seen like those. You see those viral Karen videos,
mm-hmm.
and there's some dude in a electric bicycle type mod.
Sure.
But he's paraplegic, so it's his
how he gets around.
It's his wheelchair.
Yeah.
And
people are giving him shit about
these
it.
Karens come up and they're like, "You can't fucking be running this trail with your."
Oh, we get that too. Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
And they got like really for the kind of person to
he's
call.
Like, I can't walk.
For someone to call out someone trying to have fun in a safe way in general is like. Just because it's a rule, and they just want to like be the.
No, we get that a lot.
But then when you find out the guy's like, well, this is my wheelchair. Like, this is how I get around.
Go put your foot. Yeah, go put your foot in your mouth. But people don't do that these days.
The Karens that are like,
you're right.
Well, you should have led with that.
You should have left me the fuck alone.
They're justifying their reason to getting mad at you.
Yeah.
We get that too.
Because they're never wrong, right? They fucked up so bad that now they can't admit.
Oh
that
yeah,
they were
it's
wrong.
like they're so embarrassed.
You're just
like
fully committed at that point. Yeah.
I think that's a generational thing because I hope that changes, or I don't know. It feels maybe it's getting worse. But it's just like own up to your shit.
It's gotten.
Oops.
I don't know if
Damn, I fucked
old.
up. I didn't know you couldn't walk.
Yeah, wait.
Couldn't tell. That's an amazing looking machine. My bad.
Yeah.
You know?
I think
people don't do that these days, though.
No,
everybody's got to like die hard with their fucking opinion.
Yeah, it's like nope, I'm sticking to this. Damn it.
And with everything too.
Yeah, they will.
And I'm totally guilty of being, there's some things I'm definitely caring about. You guys called me out on it before, but
yeah, fucking shopping at a grocery store. Jesus.
Well, I used to work at one, so I guess he's very.
We talked about that after.
Dude,
you worked at the grocery store, so you're already like mad when they don't know what they're doing.
Damn it! Look at this produce.
Yeah,
I know all you guys have heard me talk to Amazon customer service, so y'all know how bitchy I can be.
See, they kind of fucked themselves on that though, because they were the ones that started promising 2-day shipping, and then did Amazon Prime, and it was like 4 days you'd get your shit.
Well, and now
you just never know.
All of a sudden, magically, shit shows up in one day or the same day.
But it's never the shit that
why
you
were
really
we doing
need?
this in the first
5
place?
in the morning, those fuckers showed up because my roommate ordered something, and I had my alerts on, and my ring goes off, and I look at the camera thing, and there's some fucking guy looking underneath my coffee table outside. He's taking a picture of the Amazon thing that he's leaving.
Yeah,
but I don't see that. I just see some dude creeping.
Like, what are you doing?
I ran out there fucking 9mm in hand. Not even joking. Like, the fuck? He's like already in his car. Amazon waving at me. Like, dude, putting my gun behind my head.
That's crazy.
Oh, sorry about that.
That probably
It probably happens to them quite a bit.
That happens to them a lot.
I'm sure, but I can't believe I'm that guy that ran out there fucking Die Hard style because I know it was in like my boxers.
Dude, I do a lot of work. I help do a little electrical work on the side, and we go into a lot of apartments, and sometimes people they just don't hear you coming in, or they don't hear you ringing the doorbell. Even that's why I always cop knock every time.
Oh yeah,
because and these people that
God,
live
I
in these,
hate that too. It's such a stressful knock.
It is, yeah, because you don't.
Why?
You never know.
Yeah,
these guys,
the door will open.
They're noticed, 48 hours, 72 hours ahead of time. So it's not like they don't know that we're not coming. It's like, come on, motherfucker. And people will pull guns out on me, and it's crazy.
Trying to clean your windows.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then. There's actually one time the guy, he didn't hear because he was deaf, and I walk in on him, and he's fucking jacking off.
Oh,
he's got a fucking porn playing on his TV, and he's there going to town. I was like,
CD just sat down next to him.
Me too, friend.
And the guy, he finally noticed that we'd entered the apartment, and he's like, I'm like, oh shit, he's deaf. Oh man.
At least you can't offend our deaf listeners.
Someone's gonna tell him.
Sorry, was that insensitive? Is that an insensitive thing to do? I'm not making. I wasn't making fun of him. I was just making fun of being in that situation.
The way that you said it, you walked in, and then you made the voice, and then you're like, "Oh,
sorry, I
shit,
can't
deaf."
hear you." Like, oh man.
Like it was a universal thing that everyone knows. Like, yep, that's how a deaf person talks. I don't know.
Yeah,
you know how we make the joke sometimes. Like random people come up and say, "Hey, I watched your show." Like I would believe the deaf person for sure. Like you might be the one guy that's watched our show for real. Sometimes
I know. Like I probably
Where's
know.
the cameras?
Oh, they're hidden very well these days.
Does that Ring camera though comes in handy for things? Situations just like that.
Yeah.
I think about
running out with your gun.
Yeah. I always try to look tip-top magoo when I'm ringing on a Ring doorbell, because 9 times out of 10, you know that they're basically looking at you. They know what car you're driving. And
well, it's kind of a bubbly view, so it's kind of like to me it's like when the Simpsons look in their people.
Yeah.
It's a long nose, and they're kind of
that's
staring at fisheye lens.
Yeah, exactly.
That's to help, I imagine, to help capture all the wider.
No, I get
wider,
I get why. It's just they look funny.
Did you save the video of yourself on your Ring camera running out with your gun?
No,
like, hell yeah.
Evidence actually. We call that.
I don't know. You were open carrying. That seems pretty legal.
That's very true.
I'm pretty
on private property.
Oh
Yeah, that's true.
Get off my lawn. Oh, it's just Amazon. Shit.
And I grabbed it, and it wasn't even mine. I was like, "Fuck, dude!" Like. I literally was grumpy at my roommate, like, dude, don't fucking do the 5 a.m. bullshit anymore.
All of that effort for literally no reward.
It was
for
some
you.
coffee for him or something. I don't even remember. It was something annoying.
I didn't even know they delivered. I mean,
you can do that. If you spend $35 tonight, you can get it by fucking 5 a.m. tomorrow.
Really?
Wake up your neighbors and your friends.
Sometimes it's even just you order regular stuff. It's like, we'll have it delivered by 7 a.m.
Yeah, but I've never seen anything that's like the 1 day delivery or less than 1 day delivery that's like really important. They always need like.
I disagree.
I wish I had a pair of needle
going
nose
to 7-Eleven.
pliers or something. Yeah, I wish I had a pallet of Funyuns. Oh, what? I gotta wait 3 weeks for that?
Damn it! Yeah, if you order the wrong one, fuck.
I've done that before.
Go 3 down, and it's like same price, but it comes in October.
We were making a joke for a while at the bar. It wasn't even a joke. It was just fun to have smelling salts at the bar. And you just randomly give them to people.
Why?
Because, like, a lot of people, they've never tried it before, and it always invokes this really honest reaction from them. Like, oh. And so it's hilarious when they're drunk. But I was like,
smell this bad.
I got on Amazon, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to order these smelling salts. And I went down, and I found like a 4-pack. I'm like, hell yeah, I ordered it. It showed up, and it was like anti-itch cream. So I like totally ordered the wrong. I thought it was smelling salts.
Keep it around.
I got it for camping trips.
Yeah,
and shit.
exactly. Calamine and anti-itch. Hey, dude, that reminds me. I ordered. This is bad. I ordered some of this like skunk oil, like essence.
like fart spray,
They
like a
milked
prank.
it. No, yeah, but bad, like a real bottle of like skunk
juice.
Attractant, yeah, and juice. It was it's horrible smelling. So I really hate my neighbors. And I poured it on their door.
You just imagine the argument they had later.
I threw away all my clothes that I did it in because, for one, I didn't want them to see those clothes ever again in case they have a doorbell. But yeah, this was recently. I don't care.
Goddamn Nate with the skunk juice.
Yeah, dude, dumped it right on the. Yeah, we hatched a plan, and yeah,
Yeah, you know what? Like, I get my beard trimmed from you, and you've told me about your neighbors. They sound like real.
Those
real
ones
good
suck.
people.
I mean, the rest of them, it's a weird place because it's a
You're gonna have to tell me which ones
low income
after
housing. So we'll have to.
on break.
Yeah.
I'm curious because I was one of your first roommates
That's true.
when you first bought your house. So I lived in your house.
Oh, he lived
So
in the
I-
house you have now?
I'm very familiar with the neighborhood.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you know why that's why I looked at you like that. Yeah.
So frivolous Amazon. You got that on Amazon?
I did, along with that smoker.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, we haven't talked about. So I felt this was just like a good reason to invite Nate on the podcast because it's always entertaining when you're on the show. But I just thinking about your last couple pictures I
This
saw.
blunt has lasted the whole time so far.
It has. I'm impressed.
So yeah.
But yeah, you bought a smoker and you've been smoking not a meat smoker, but the kind that you
A
see
smoking gun.
Yeah.
a smoking gun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you see people make craft cocktails. You could smoke I saw you smoke a steak.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. It's and it was another Amazon purchase, and I tried to research one, and whatever. That one's got 4.5 stars.
Is it rude to ask how much people spend on certain things?
I don't give a shit.
How much did you spend on it?
They had them at 50, and they had them at like 500.
Yeah,
So I
because I've
spent-
seen them at
I spent $100.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah.
I figured because it came with those little. I didn't give a shit that it came with the stupid little things, but the little
Pellets?
Yeah,
samples
little
of
samples of the
cherries,
wood
and
chips or
wood,
whatever.
and fucking cottonwood. Bizarre, but
We're trying that
I
on the
like
break.
the little. What do we call that?
Cloche.
Plate cloche.
Yeah, the
for
cloche.
those of us who I don't know what.
Oh,
that
the
is,
plate?
but that goes over like a room service table
Yeah.
plate. The little.
Yeah.
So it comes with a little dome that you can smoke with, and I bought that bubble solution, which we can try it. We still haven't figured out. But before the show, we definitely smoked a lot of whiskeys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
we
fun.
started to.
It does change it, too. I'll admit.
Yeah, there were some weird ones.
Yeah, so I brought over
Yeah.
some whiskeys.
Thank you for providing those whiskeys.
Oh yeah, of
appreciate
course.
it. Thank you for
I
providing.
didn't spend I think the most expensive bottle was like 28 or something. I didn't buy super.
Yeah.
You could, you can buy some really nice whiskeys for I like drinking. We got a pretty nice bottle for our 4-year anniversary, but fuck you guys, man. I'm not gonna buy 6 super expensive bottles of whiskey.
We
So-
didn't ask you to. We were just thanking you for
Yeah,
providing.
no,
You
but-
tell us to
yeah.
go fuck ourselves.
But no, I'm not. But the whole point is, we did try, at least, and I thought some decent whiskeys. Obviously, there were some that other people liked more than others.
Yeah.
But we even smoked a whiskey with some weed.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
That was.
We smoked the whiskey. Yeah,
Yeah.
you'll have to.
We did both,
You can tell.
obviously.
You'll just have to look at the pictures on our Instagram when this
Yeah.
episode comes out.
It's amazing how much your sense of taste is involved with smell as well, though. Because I
right.
think that's where the smoke really makes a difference. Is you kind of inhale before you drink the whiskey, and you get the smoke kind of you breathe out. I don't know. It's interesting.
To
It's
use
like a campfire blowing in your face when you're trying to drink.
Yeah, to use an example, it would be like the version. This is one of my biggest pet peeves is when people put on too much cologne and then you feel like you can, taste it in your beer,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
like that, except in a good way because
Yeah.
this is smoke and whiskey,
Yeah,
not
cologne.
fucking.
That's a crazy metaphor.
Yeah.
We could try.
No, but you know that happens.
Yeah,
cologne,
it's
I'm
like
talking about.
$50 worth of $5 cologne. You're like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
No, but you feel like you. It's like,
Yeah.
They leave. The person walks past, and you still taste it in the air. It's like, how
You
does
just
it?
smell the swamp ass.
Like Febreze doesn't even work that well. How does cologne do that?
Yeah. I took Roscoe to get his nails trimmed at the groomer the other day, and he smelled like a French whorehouse for dude, I had to take him for a walk in the rain because
You can bathe your dog.
I do bathe him, but for him it's a very
walk in the rain.
yeah for him
Might as well recycle this rain.
no,
You know,
it's it's just less traumatic for him to take a walk in the rain than getting a bath because he fucking hates bath time.
okay.
He hates it. I mean, I do regularly bathe him, but yeah, dude, this lady, she must have been
genius, I
like,
guess.
she must have given him the Aunt Sharon hug of to keep him still for cutting off his nails. That her perfume stuck to his body so potent, like I could smell it in my apartment when I was coming home after a whole day's worth of work. I'm like, God damn it, you still smell like the dog.
Maybe part
groomer."
of his nail trimming, there was like a special
Yeah,
oil
like
they
a-
rubbed on the
yeah.
dog's coat or something. Maybe it
No,
wasn't
this
her
is like
perfume.
Diamonds by Liz Taylor, bro.
Maybe she thought your dog stunk, so she just.
Yeah, she's like,
No, it's
she's
Roscoe. He doesn't- He doesn't stink.
You don't
He
know
does-
that.
He does smell like Fritos in the morning, though.
Yeah, there you go. That's his feet.
The reality is that somebody else took their dog to her to get the nails clipped, and when they got home, they were like, "Oh my god, my dog smelled so good," and so now she just does it to every dog.
It's part of the service.
Nobody's had the heart to tell her like you're overdoing it now.
It's part of the service. I don't know.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
go back if I might just walk past her because
Did you give her a tip?
her store. Yeah, I gave her a tip.
All right.
Her store is right next to the liquor store, so I could just like pretend I'm like taking him to the groomer, and then like, oh, she's there. And then
Just walk your dog into the liquor store with your dog?
I think I've taken.
He's
him there before.
dodging the dog groomer. Oh shit, she's there.
Dodging
Going
the
to
dog.
liquor
Can't have your dog in here. So I was just trying to. I saw the one groomer. I don't want to
I
go.
don't like her. I'm not going in there right now.
Hide. Dude, look away. Look away.
You know when you go
money?
shopping somewhere and you're like, oh shit, I don't want to get in their line. I don't want to get in their line. And then,
Yeah.
because then
Yeah.
you're gonna have to hear a fucking 5-minute long story of how their day is going, and you're hearing all of the living the life of checking out groceries at Smith's. You know, it's not the
Sounds
most
lovely.
entertaining story. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Yes.
We gotta tell you guys about our sponsor real quick. I went to my first Firkin Thursday this week with Ches, and that was your second, wasn't it? Or
That
second
was
or
my
third?
second.
Damn, dude, Salt Flats. You guys are making some great beer.
Can I get one of those, by the way?
Oh yeah.
Go to P1.
I'm not feeling like a P1 necessarily today.
Baja?
Yeah, that'll work.
I just had one of those.
Kurt,
this
you need
has
something?
some.
Anyone
This beer
need
is
a beer, Nate?
summertime, man.
Sure.
Yeah,
The Baja is just a good, refreshing
one. I'll do the racing one. I don't
summertime
Is
beer.
there another Baja?
They're all racing ones.
care. Give him the Baja one if he wants.
There should be.
I'll take the
another
P
one.
one.
So anyway, yeah, I'm taking beer orders on air here. Salt Flats.
I'll have one to go.
I feel like they are continually looking for new flavors, and that's why this Firkin Thursday is pretty fun to go to, because it gives you an opportunity to find out this. They'll do like a small batch beer, and if it ends up being pretty good, then they'll probably keep it. I imagine that's the
Yeah,
whole
it gives
point
them
of
a chance to experiment too.
But
you
it's
know?
cool to try the
Firkin A.
the new flavors. We had last week was we spoke about it on the podcast already, but it was the blackberry sage blonde ale, right?
Yes.
And then this week, Ches, what is the new one again?
A blonde stout with cocoa nibs and coffee.
Oh shit!
That sounds pretty good.
Yes, it does.
No, eat it.
No, I don't want to eat those jelly beans. The infamous jelly beans have made their way back to the podcast table. But anyway, Salt Flats.
It was a coffee one, dude.
You can check them out at 2020 West Industrial Circle, but you don't have to go to the brewery to find the products. Obviously, they're in the DABC liquor stores, most major grocery stores, and then your favorite bar or restaurant. So anyway, thank you, Salt Flats, for supporting this podcast. Thank you for supporting the community, and thank you for making some kick-ass beer. Keeping this podcast swervy.
We got to take care of some business.
Yeah. Okay.
Guess what's happening next week?
I think it's our cooking competition.
It is.
Round two?
Round
Is that what we
two.
want to call
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
Or
round two.
Kurt
We got the reigning champion, Kurt,
That's right.
versus
versus
Ches.
Ches.
Ooh.
I heard you say something about you practiced again last night.
I did.
Yeah, how did
I
it
did.
turn out? Good.
It turned out really well.
I was wondering if any of y'all been doing some more practice rounds. Ches,
Yeah,
you've
been
been
doing
putting any
more.
I've
practice
done a
Practice
few
we
more
could do.
practice rounds, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll eat one more
I'm
this
not
week.
even in it, and I've been eating.
I do have a question, though.
Yeah.
Ches, could you explain to the listeners exactly how you're going to wallow in your misery when you lose?
Oh shit!
I'm not thinking that far ahead. Because I don't plan to lose.
Damn, it's bringing some shit talking.
Yeah, everybody gets excited about the cooking competition, man. People still talk about the last one. This is not just a competition. It's like
It's a
bragging rights,
rivalry.
a big fucking ego.
For several months, and you
several
get
months,
a
yeah.
big
Eat
ass
that
trophy.
jelly bean.
Big ass
Don't Put
trophy.
it over there.
No, I'm gonna be too tempted.
Eat it.
Eat it.
No, I'm not eating jelly bean that's been in
So
your
that'll
hands.
be June 4th is when we're doing
So
it.
warm.
But that episode will come out a week from Wednesday. Or a week from the day you're listening to this. A week from today.
Yeah.
It's weird to say that.
Not
On a
tomorrow.
Sunday.
Or yesterday.
And also, I don't know if
So we'll be at the 8th.
Yeah, I assume so.
we would also, I think we would entertain the ideas
Yeah,
for the
the-
next cooking competition to allow one of our listeners or some outside competition try to bring the heat.
Well,
Yeah.
Wade gets a chance first.
It says who? There's
Yeah.
no order to this.
No, I think you're right. Wade should get a chance to challenge, but
So basically, you're just volunteering me for the next competition.
No, I'm saying you get the choice. It's
Okay.
you have the right of first refusal.
Okay, fair. I've got some good
And
shit
your
on the
answer
list.
is?
I've got a good shit on my phone to challenge you guys to, which it's not here. So
did we even say what you guys are cooking?
chicken tortilla soup.
Yes, we have before. I don't think we mentioned it today.
Yeah.
I've had a little peek at one of Kurt's trial runs. I've had a couple peeks of yours, Ches, and I'm seeing fine work, so I'm excited.
Yeah, no matter what, it's going to be good food. And if
Yeah.
you guys want to follow along, we'll probably be doing some kind of live thing or posting on social media on Saturday. So you can kind of get a sneak peek before the episode comes out. That'll be the 4th.
To find out who the listener is, you're gonna have to tune in on Wednesday.
The winner.
Yes.
Yeah, you said listener.
Yeah.
If I know who the winner is, you'll have to listen to the show.
They
on
won't
the 8th.
hear it.
Yeah. Nature, you know what? I think that you would be great in a cooking competition.
I do like to eat. Oh, you mean cook?
Oh, no,
Yeah.
eating competition.
No, I'm good at cooking too. Actually.
Would you go to the Nathan's hot dog competition if you had the chance?
Well, duh. I think you get in free if your name is Nate. I'm sure. God. Fucking better.
So down.
That's the one
yeah,
time
yeah.
your name's actually Nate, not Nature.
That's right. Well, no, I mean,
Actually,
honestly,
it's short for Nathan.
yeah, my real name is Nathan.
That's boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
CD.
No, honestly, I
can you
think
please
you were
entertain
blessed.
us more?
You got it. No. You got a very entertaining name.
As did you.
It's like
Literally, a lot of CDs were entertaining, but you're a very entertaining CD.
what kind of jelly bean did you just put in my beer?
I tried to put this one in there. I don't know. I'll eat it.
Dirty socks.
Haven't got one yet.
Nature is playing jelly bean roulette.
Yes.
I buy the handful. I said, fuck it.
Yeah, you went deep.
Well, nobody else eats them.
That's a callback. So some people are probably hearing us talk about jelly beans and why it's so fucking funny. The reason why, I think it was the last time, pretty sure it was the last time you were here, you spiked. Somebody spiked me.
I didn't.
You did.
Did I spike?
You
Oh,
spiked,
yeah. We had a big jar of jelly beans
From camping.
From a camping trip. Yeah.
Almost 2 years ago.
They were originally your jelly beans.
Yeah,
You gave them to me. You're like, want to take these home? I'm
Here.
like, no, I'll never eat this many jelly beans.
Well, I got an idea.
Yeah.
Put them in the corner of your room,
And
every time I come over,
I spiked him with the dirty sock.
The Harry Potter.
there's a dirty
yeah.
sock
Harry
in
Potter,
there.
yeah.
No.
It's actually just a dirty sock.
I
So-
pulled it out.
Yeah.
And
And
What if we've been using your smoking gun to smoke whiskey today? What if we smoked the jelly beans?
It might taste like a dirty sock. We never know.
Yeah, that's a random. But yeah, dude, that smoking gun.
The stoner thought.
Yeah, we just went and had another round. Maybe we shouldn't tell our listeners how many rounds we've had.
I think we're doing pretty good.
Well, I'm gonna go drive then. Fuck it. No.
No, we
You
just
just
had
drink a
another.
fifth of Kool-Aid?
So
Dare we?
basically, to the listener who may not know exactly what it is, or did we properly explain what a
Yeah, we did.
smoking
Yeah,
gun is?
yeah.
Okay,
Nope.
that should
So
be
we
it.
used it again. We were just kind of getting into it, but yeah.
Yeah, they came with this solution that's like food grade soap.
Yeah, it makes bubbles.
Yeah, we're
And
working on
was,
that.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
We just made some bubbles, and we all got like little kid nostalgia or something.
But it is
look at that big bubble.
It is interesting to see how the smoke really does kind of change the flavor of things and
Yeah.
infuse it. So that's
Surprisingly, you could almost drink Fireball if you did what we did to it.
Yeah.
It was the
drink it anyway.
least horrible shot of Fireball I've ever had.
That says a lot, especially you being a
I-
bartender
I-
and you
can
admitting
hear
that.
I gagged a little bit when I held it back, but oh yeah, that shit's terrible. I don't know, dude.
Yeah, Fireball is one of those things is you either love it or you hate it.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of
just
people that
syrupy.
love and hate both, or love it. I know a lot of people that
I really don't like fake cinnamon. I think that's a
yeah.
terror.
Like you wouldn't eat one of those gummy bears?
It really
the red
bothers
bears?
me. Yeah, no, you know.
What about a cinnamon
I try to
jelly
get rid
bean?
of those, and when that happens, I just. Ugh. It's
Like
worse
it's-
than the dirty sock one.
I kind of think the black licorice is in that same realm.
I
You
love,
know,
and
like,
I
people either
love
it or
black
hate
licorice
it.
too. But like what really upsets me is the stupid mints, the twisty red and white mints.
Yeah.
You pull one open and you put it in your mouth and it's fucking cinnamon. I'm like,
It
furious
makes you
about
lose
that.
Oh, yeah.
shit.
Fuck you,
The Starlight
Cafe
mints.
Rio.
Starlight mints.
Yeah,
right?
I didn't know if you know what those were.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
I love those, man. Cinnamon's the best, especially
No.
artificial.
You keep it.
Hot tamales.
Yeah,
Nope,
I'm down
not
with
a fan.
that.
Not a fan.
Atomic Fireball.
We also tried
That's
that.
what a shot of Fireball tastes like.
Because Atomic Fireball tastes delicious.
But that turned out. I think that turned out pretty good. We also tried out a peanut butter whiskey, and Ches,
was
you
good.
weren't a big fan of the peanut butter.
With hickory
Whiskey.
smoke. Yeah, you weren't.
No, I
It was better when it was smoked.
You just like another brand better.
Well, yeah, I didn't. It was better after we smoked it. And what we smoked that one with,
Hickory, I think.
or did we do the cherry?
I think we did the cherry.
We did the cherry?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
far,
it was
I was
better
thinking
after it
about
was
it.
cherry
For
smoked.
some reason, I was like peanut butter jelly sandwich. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or cherry
That makes
jello.
it-
I
yeah,
don't think they
maybe.
make that, but
I can feel
marmalade maybe.
I feel like the smoke can definitely change the taste of the whiskey, but I'm not sure if my palate or whatever is distinguished to be able to pick up on what difference the smokes are.
Mostly, you start to get intoxicated. I think is.
Yeah, that could be it. Yeah.
This one tastes a lot like rhubarb.
I know. I couldn't pick up like the cherry
Oh.
wood and the. I think the cottonwood definitely was a little
The
more.
weed one though.
The weed smoke was good. Yes.
Yeah. Wait, was that the one that we did with it? We didn't do
That's
cherry.
with Fireball.
We did that with Fireball.
We didn't
yeah.
do cherry. We did weed. Duh. So yeah, we tried to infuse it with
That worked?
waffle cone strain.
Yeah.
So
It's
it
the
made
best.
sense. Waffle cone and Fireball. They go together like cocaine and waffles. I guess. I don't know.
Cocaine and waffle.
A blunt and what is it?
Blunt and a biscuit.
Yeah.
Nate, are you one of those people that really? I've always thought that the older we get now, that all these different strains of cannabis have these crazy names, and
Yeah.
people specifically, try to like seek out the waffle cone.
That's just what I have right now.
That's so weird that you know the name. I don't know the names of any.
A lot of
of them.
times I don't give a shit either, but there are some I really like. There are some that like
Actually,
taste a little more citrusy, like any of the lemon flavored ones. I usually like those ones, like the Jack Herrera.
Kurt and I had a
Yeah.
chance in California to tour a weed farm, a legal weed farm, and they named all the clones that they have. So the plant is already named that variety of weed. And it's actually really important to them to keep track of those names,
Of
too.
course.
Because
Like
some
Attack
people...
of the Clones, man. You got to be careful.
I had one of those like Farmville type game apps on my phone, except for weed.
Weedville.
Yeah, it was Hempville or something. But
Like a
I
little
never realized
maze.
OG, not OG, obviously OG, but there's Kush, and then there's another
OG
one.
Kush too.
OG Kush, but
Wow,
there's another
that's a
one. I'm
lot.
like, I'd never even heard of this. Oh, Diesel. I never even knew. I'm like, that was
gas.
That's a lot.
I never knew that was a real thing. And I'm like,
Yeah,
why would they
sour-
call the
sour
weed diesel? Yeah,
because it's kind of tastes. It's kind of gassy smelling. I don't know.
Maybe
Yeah.
it has like a...
but then when I saw,
Maybe the smoke is black when you accidentally...
when I saw in the dispensary they had Diesel, that was like a real
It's
weed
cheaper
name. I
than
was like,
regular
oh, shit.
unleaded.
I don't know how it works. I'll have to ask, but I don't know if like the flower gets the name from the plant that it's grown from.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it probably does, right?
Yeah.
So whoever created the clone probably comes up with the name.
Usually, whoever started this strain, yes.
Yeah.
It's crazy how
But then when they cross them,
Then they
that's
cross
where
them,
new names come
yeah.
from. Because like Jack Herrera is like a
Kush
lemon
and
that
then OG Kush.
I like, and they make a bunch of different ones, like Chem Dog and all these other
Chem
ones off
Dog,
of it,
yeah.
and that came from 2 or 3 other strains, but this one or whatever, yeah, that's science.
dude, back in the day when I first started smoking and using cannabis, you were just lucky. You were just praying that you didn't have a whole bunch of seeds.
Seeds or no seeds, yeah.
Yeah.
You're lucky.
When's the last time you think you got seeds in a bag of weed?
Sometimes,
Yeah, it's been
Still?
a long.
yeah.
Yeah, but you're
sometimes.
talking about like swag, dude.
No.
Swag
Yeah,
was
but, I mean,
bad.
but now sometimes it'll happen. Like a male will have gotten in, and yeah, a lot of people are like, "Give me those seeds."
Yeah.
You can have them back, sure. Here.
Ooh, I wonder. Like, it's like going to Domino's. You get the $3 off if you go pick up the pizza instead of having it delivered.
It's more like returning a Coke bottle.
Yeah.
It's like 5 cents.
Your refund. Yeah.
Get your deposit back.
Yeah. They'll give you the plastic bag for free.
They do that at certain. You go to certain places, especially in Europe, they'll charge you for your bags.
Mm-hmm.
California, yeah. Should
Oh,
be,
really?
Should be everywhere.
Yeah.
A lot of places outside of Utah.
Fucking
Interesting.
should be.
Need to travel more, or I guess I've never really
Just
had the need to go
bring your
grocery
own
shopping when I
bag.
travel.
Mm-hmm.
You don't eat when you travel?
Dude, no, I usually eat at restaurants.
do.
You know, like, but if you're camping, or we went on a trip. Ches and I went on a trip back in
3
February,
hours?
and I never in the world thought I'd ever walk into a Smith's that had a fucking bar.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's like,
Belly up.
hey, where's the bar? It's right next to the bakery.
All right.
I think we talked about that. That'd be sick to have.
Yeah.
Like, you just go with your wife. You're like, go shopping. You just get fucking wasted at the
fucking
Smiths.
Leave for your significant other to take care of the groceries while you have a drink.
Mm-hmm.
And it was cheap too.
Yeah,
It was like $3 pints or something.
Did they have like?
I paid for that round.
Did they have
one of the
great
rounds.
value gin?
Yeah.
Yeah, you use your fresh values card, dude.
That's
Yeah, what's Smith's
Kroger,
brand?
you're right.
Is it Kroger?
Yep.
Dude, I got fucking fresh value points for buying the round, dude. Seriously.
Buy 10 rounds, you get one free.
Hey, make sure my phone number's on that thing.
No, like
I'm on my points.
you use a certain amount of money at Smith's. They keep track how much money you spend at their store.
No, I
They
understand
That's how
how
you get
points
your
work.
gas points and
I
shit.
understand how that works.
You get 40 cents off a gallon, man.
I'm going to get drunk and get gas points.
Yeah. Here we go. Drink more, save more.
At Smith's.
That's like the worst fucking bar. Yeah. Everybody's just shit.
When you get kicked out of Smith's, like you get 86. Like,
Do you
fuck,
know-
I needed to get eggs though.
Yeah.
That's your low point. You're 86 from the
You
Smiths.
never know. Things happen. Like you could get a bar fight gets weird at a grocery store. I bet.
I bet it gets crazy.
Throwing melons.
It's next to the bakery, dude.
Some dude gets
So what? Somebody can run to the fucking the produce. Yeah. By the time you're grabbing French bread to swing at somebody, all of a sudden there's a cantaloupe.
There's a cantaloupe coming out your fucking dome.
Fuck.
Dude, I did notice at that Smith's
was
bar
good.
though. It seemed like all the people that were in there, I was picking up on a heavy local vibe.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, I don't think that somebody came from like out of state to go.
Yeah.
to
Go
the
Check
Smiths.
out that Smith.
Just so you guys know, we went to Lake Havasu, so they actually do have a large like tourist.
It was off
tourist presence.
season.
Even so, I don't.
Well,
Let's
either
go.
way, they have.
Yeah, I want
we
to
were
see
on
those
the
guys.
Sounds like the
let's
greatest
let's
Smith
be
ever.
those guys.
I think the
At
whole
Smith's.
point of it was that the locals go there because that's the cheapest bar in town.
Yeah, I would buy a bundle of
And you can
bananas
get points for it.
just to sabotage the bar fight later on.
Dude, how many,
Dropping banana
Slipping
pills.
everywhere.
how many dive bars did we go on that trip?
Do you go get your own fruit and?
Zero.
For
The
your
answer is
drinks?
zero.
Do you think that like when you drink there for long enough,
Smith's
you get
was the
hungry and
dive
you just
bar.
go buy some
I'd say
fruit?
two.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
so say like you want like fruit on your cocktail. Like you go over to
Just
the
go get
produce,
the
again, get
blueberries.
your own limes. Like, nah, I'll just make my own.
Yeah.
You want an apricot Hefeweizen, and you have to go get your own
They
apricot.
don't- yeah, let's make it a blueberry. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, did you get? I think that
She
there's
never
a-
gives me enough cherries.
There's a funny thing about dive bars. At least the theory about dive bars is that I think every dive bar you go to, there's always the same people there, but they're different people. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
When we were in
It's the
California, we went to
characters.
this place called Diggers. It's a dive bar, but I was like, yeah, if you look over there, there's the Dave, and there's like the CD. And I'm like, there's literally all the same people here. They're just people that I don't know.
Yeah,
But
it's
they
the
all act the same.
stereotypical dive bar people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
There's
I
always
worked
that
at
same
one for a
group.
while.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
You
So
worked
they're
at
still
one.
there.
You've
There's
worked,
always
you've
the
worked at a few.
yeah, but like a really good solid example of the characters in a bar. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
there's always the one guy way in the back that's sitting by himself, just wants to enjoy his beer, doesn't want
Yep.
to talk to people.
He probably has two stacked up because he's always yelling at the waitress.
Yeah.
Yeah. She doesn't ever get him in
Yep.
time. 2 fucking beers.
Okay, wait, I got to ask you. Did you go back to that bar that you went to or the bartender left to go get another bottle of Fireball?
We didn't because it was closed. That's called the Gary Club in San Francisco.
Oh.
And that was one place that we really wanted to go to, but our flights just ended up, like, we didn't think about that when we booked our flights, and so we fucked ourselves over. That is my favorite fucking bar.
You
Go to.
made them go get another bottle?
No, we were drinking. We came in
They-
and drank Fireball. This bar only sits like maybe 6 people. It's just
Oh,
a
this
tiny
room?
little thing. Yeah, it's like
Alright.
just about the size of this room. And you walk in there, and it's all
Crazy
local
bar
people.
fights.
And I was like, hey, yeah, I'm sure there's a fucking lion on the wall.
You remember?
We basically had so many Fireball shots that they ran out. So she was like, I'll be right back. And then she came back with another bottle of Fireball. She was like, I just went and bought one.
Wow,
Bought
that's
one.
nice of her.
She goes to
We
the-
could have switched to something else.
Yeah.
Throw a cinnamon bear in there.
That reminds. Do you remember the? Do y'all remember the bar in Sugar House called? It was just called the Bar in Sugar House.
Yeah.
I like vaguely remember that.
It was like the
That
bar
little-
about the size of this room. They
Yeah.
only served beer.
Mm-hmm.
You could have like $1.25
And they were
Coors or
tiny
$1.25
little-
Coors
Tiny
Light.
little glasses.
Yeah.
Nowhere to sit ever, because all the regulars would always take up all of the spots.
Yeah.
I
Speaking
went
of
there with Chief, and I'm not like that sounds bad, but he calls himself Chief. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
Chief.
When we would always longboard,
Yeah.
and he'd be like, "Well, let's stop at this bar." That sounds just like him too. Wow.
great impression. Speaking of alcohol, the laws are changing. Have they already changed? I think did it go into effect last Thursday?
What specifically are you talking about? Like the seltzers?
Yeah, the seltzers. Some of the
Salsa.
seltzers are going to be out of grocery stores and gas stations.
I don't know. I actually went specifically looking for seltzers the other day, and they still had the ones that I like.
I
Yeah, they
bought
settled-
some Arnold Palmer's like Thursday night.
I think the only ones they're getting rid of are certain seltzers that had ethyl alcohol in them, rather than
Right.
being. Yeah.
Because it's good for your car too.
Hell yeah.
You run out
Fucking
of
cars
gas.
running off the hipsters'
Oh, yeah,
cars
it's
are running off
depressed.
of White Claws.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. That sounds like it might just be just as expensive as regular gas.
I don't know.
Fucking alcohol prices. It seems like every like quarter, so 4 times a year, I go and my certain 12-pack that I like to get is just a little bit more.
I
like
think
$1
with the
more.
changing of the law too,
Craft
they
beer.
increased the taxes. I think they increased the tax, but they're also the DABC is releasing nine new liquor licenses next month or something.
Nice.
Yeah, which is
See,
crazy.
So that basically means 9 new bars. That
Yeah, and they actually want
Or-
people to
Restaurants.
let them know how they should disperse these licenses. Is there a place like, maybe in like Beaver, Utah, where they don't have a bar, they're underserved out there? Should it go there?
so that's 9 for the whole state.
9 for the whole fucking state. Oh, 9.5. The half license is seasonal,
Okay.
so you can only serve
Resort
beer
or
like during
whatever.
winter or something
Yeah.
or summer.
So, but real quick, you were talking about like the inflation on alcohol. I have a great theory. The very first club I worked at, and
Dimitri's, yeah.
Dimitri's, like the club. AMF's Long Island's $9. It was served in a pint. It was a lot of booze. It was 2.5 ounces of booze.
Yeah, Strong Islands we called them.
Right. So
AMFs. too.
20 years later, I work in a similar situation. It's $12.
$12 for
Yeah.
an AMF.
I mean, I'm just saying, only $3 have increased in 20 years.
Yeah.
And that's pretty average. And I know people are like, oh, they always scoff at the prices. And I'm like, yeah, but dude, I'm telling you, if you would have been... And maybe that just makes me sound old as fuck.
No, yeah,
man.
we're
Like,
just getting that age now where like
2001, it was like, yeah, $9 for a fucking
Yeah.
AMF for Long Island, whatever.
Yeah, but you go to like the place to the amphitheater to go watch a show, you know,
Oh, yeah.
and they're like $12 beers
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Like, why isn't? Yeah, you feel like there'd be a little more inflation on
I think I just got a weird jelly bean.
liquor. Oh yeah, hell yeah.
What was it?
I
What
don't
flavor?
know. I'm just moving past it. I told you. I don't know
You
what
didn't
it
break
was.
you kind of broke
It
character.
was weird. It was really weird on the left side of my tongue only. That's the weird part. Like it was kind of bitter, and
Does it taste like boogers?
I don't know. We're just putting it past it. Yeah.
Dirty socks? Sulfur?
Don't know.
Soap?
My palate,
Toothpaste?
My palate is just so refined.
I know. We've had like 4 different kinds of whiskey today, smoked with these very fine
Well, and
hardwoods,
I'm just
cherry, and then you're just
Ruining it with licorice and
ripping some dirty socks jelly beans.
yes, that must have been. I don't know. It was like tangy tongue. I don't know what you call that one. That was weird.
So
That one looks like it would be more like a booger. That green one, if you look at it.
Kind of reminds me of like a Sprite.
Prickly bear.
anyway, back to the license and stuff because so you said they released 9 this year.
9.5.
Where would
Or 9 next month, I think.
so is that something you release every month or every year?
I don't think it's every.
Based on
I
the
th-
consensus,
I
they
think
just
this
did.
law came with additional liquor licenses.
I think 9 would barely be enough for Salt Lake County, let alone the whole
9
state.
more. No,
Not according to
that's like
DABC.
according to like the consensus that they just did. So they just counted us all up. It's okay. You
Yeah.
can have 9 more licenses.
Because this is a weird
Okay.
fact. You can have 1 liquor license per 10,200 people. I don't know why that's the number, but that was the number that they said in the liquor.
If this was that Jimmy Fallon joke, like if I'm lying, not lying, I would say I believe you. That's a random ass number. So I believe
it's
you.
totally random.
I feel like there's some of these small towns that have more than one or two. Oh,
Yes. Yes, I did.
I feel like some of these small towns have more than one or two places to go get.
And that's
why you need
why
a margarita at the Mexican restaurant.
that's what's part of the article is the DABC is calling on people to say where they should put the liquor licenses because there might be a fucking town southeastern Utah that doesn't even have a bar. And they're like, well, we'd like to.
Yeah,
have
St.
one.
George barely
Canab
has any
needs
bars.
They
more
have
bars.
2 now. They have 3 now, I think. They built a bar in the old fire station in St. George.
I was the Top Gun down there going to have a bar.
I heard a
Not
rumor.
Top Gun, Top Golf.
Top Gun.
Maverick.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
watched Maverick Friday.
Yeah.
Last Friday. It's
Uh,
a badass movie.
Did you go
Watch it.
to it?
Yes.
yeah, I saw it on IMAX.
I haven't been to a movie.
Dude, go see it in
theater
IMAX.
years.
It's sick. Get super high.
I'll fall asleep. I always do.
No, this
They give you those nice, comfy ass couch chairs now.
I feel like this is one of those movies that would be really hard to sleep
be.
through. Like you were talking about how like the Star Wars cartoons because they're always everything's.
Yeah.
There's lots of like loud noises in this movie. But anyway, as your attorney and as your podcast host, I highly, highly, highly recommend going and seeing that movie. Ches, he kind of threw this out like months ago. He's like, we got to all go watch Top Gun together. I'm like, shit, is it finally going to get released? But yeah, it was really good, man. I haven't enjoyed a movie that much in a long time. I didn't think I was going to like it that much. I mean, I didn't think I was going to like it as much. Yeah.
Oh man, it's the highway.
This is CD with Messin with Mormons. Yeah.
This should be when we rebrand. This should be our intro song. I'm sure we can get the rights from Kenny.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Kenny G.
Kenny Loggins.
The Kenny G Danger Zone remix. That would be fucking sick.
It's out there. It's got to be out there.
It will be.
Oh, let's look it up. Kenny G
I was-
Danger Zone.
I did a similar tangent of like getting high, and I went looking on my music app that I pay for, new songs to play for the podcast, and I went on that. I'm like, I had no idea there's so many remixes and redos of so many different songs. Like if you have like Spotify or SoundCloud or Google
Somebody
Play.
remixed it on SoundCloud. I'm too scared to click on it. It's gotta be bad.
Yeah, SoundCloud I feel is like the OnlyFans of music streaming services. So you get some real sketchy
I've
shit
never
sometimes.
seen a titty on SoundCloud.
That's why it's it's not.
You may have heard a titty, though.
It's definitely the OnlyFans of streaming music services.
Unmute the laptop because I don't. This is a Kenny Loggins Danger Zone remix / cover, and the icon for the SoundCloud song is legit as fuck.
Okay.
But this might be horrible. Skip to the middle. This is the worst shit ever.
Hold on.
Oh, this is the fucking remix.
Yeah. Wasn't this in Top Gun 2?
Oh yeah, this is actually their opening
This is
song.
I thought this was
That's horrible. There is no Kenny G remix
A
though.
little spoiler, which doesn't ruin the movie, but I did like that they incorporated.
Tom Cruise is in it.
Goose dies.
They did incorporate some of the old music from the old Top Gun. You're like, oh yeah, okay, we're living on that train still.
Yeah, I was talking to Dale
already
McKeel
own
about
it,
this last
so.
night, and he goes way deeper into movies than I do. I was like, yeah, I really like the movie, and I watched the first one, and he brought up all this random shit, like they didn't play "Take My Breath Away" song because that was a thing between like the previous movie.
Or you
characters
lost
in the
that love and
previous
feeling.
movie. Yeah, and they didn't play that either because there's a whole connection to that.
Couldn't pay Neil enough for that one.
But I'll tell you what, God bless their hearts for including Val Kilmer again in that movie.
That was I
Was
thought.
it digital?
No, he acted in it, but
Yeah, and
they wrote
It
that
would-
part specifically for him
it
too,
would-
which is sick.
it would be expected
He's almost
that
dead.
Val Kilmer would be in the sequel of Top Gun. However, like because of his current medical condition, there's
has
only
throat cancer.
Yeah, so he
Yeah.
can't really like
He
talk.
literally can't talk.
So they definitely, spoiler alert, fucking write that into his character.
Yeah, they wrote around his. But yeah, you can't do Top Gun 2 without having Iceman, dude.
At
of
least
course
make
not.
some type of an appearance.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they could have just kept him on the painting, which you see in the trailer. I'm not spoiling
Yep.
anything.
The practical effects in that movie are badass, though. It reminded me of like watching The Dark Knight when it came out because there was a lot of practical effects in that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just badass.
Yeah, those cameras are really on airplanes going fucking Mach.
I just don't know if it's going to beat the Kenobi stuff.
Yeah, true. That actually came out this week too.
Is that good? Is it really good?
If you're a Star Wars fan,
really
it's
don't.
like Ches and I were talking about how early we were going to wake up in the morning to watch the new Kenobi.
I got off work late at night, and it was like, ooh, both episodes are here. In the morning, I'm like, well, I'm not going to bed. Because I watched the first one twice before I watched the second episode.
Yeah.
Really wanted to take it in.
Did you learn something on your second watch? Did you notice things on your second watch?
Oh, a little bit,
Like,
yeah.
shit.
But that's just some emotional shit. No,
Yeah.
because you've been waiting to see some of this stuff for a long time, then you just feel so bad for him as a character. Like, damn.
Did you cry?
A little.
All right.
Nostalgic tears, that's all.
Yeah, I did.
No, it's really good.
I'd lie if I said I didn't shed a tear during Top Gun and Star Wars, but
There you go.
You
Yeah.
cried in Top Gun?
When Maverick died.
Yeah, a lot of.
Yeah.
Oh, I cried a lot of times.
Oh, sorry, spoiler.
In the theater?
Just so you know, all the spoilers that people have
Stop.
said, none of them are true. You guys are assholes. People
Yeah.
actually think
We're
that
just
Maverick died.
anti-spoiling it, and people are like, what the fuck? I came and saw the movie Maverick.
Dude, I
doesn't
can't
die?
believe Luke Skywalker showed up in Top Gun Maverick.
That was cool.
Did you
That
see?
was crazy.
Did you see that Luke Skywalker showed up possibly in Kenobi?
Yes. Well, not Luke Skywalker, but Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill, correct. Made a cameo.
Well, there's
Nice.
a child actor that's going to be playing him.
There's
So, yeah, actually, Luke Skywalker did show up in
Yeah, you see
Kenobi.
him.
uh,
Yeah,
correct. Yes, you're right.
chronologically speaking.
10-year-old
on that.
actual. Yeah, you're right.
10-year-olds,
Mark Hamill,
dude.
shut up. Yeah, I used improper nomenclature there.
Yeah.
That would be the way. But anyway, yeah, dude. Star Wars. Some of these projects, you know, like you say, you get emotional or like nostalgia tears, whatever. Because, dude, some of these projects are booked out like 2-3 years in advance.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember
Or
during
20.
well, no, but like
The pandemic stretched a lot of that
No,
shit.
I
you know,
know,
like Kenobi to come out in 2022, and we found out about this like 4 years ago. So yeah,
That's
for
good stuff.
if you're a nerd like all of us, it's definitely was an exciting.
Disney's
Excited
killing
to
it for me, man. I don't need any other streaming services right now. It's a click always. Weird. I
Yeah.
never thought I'd say that.
Disney.
I know, but
Yeah,
what if
that's why I
there's
love watching The Simpsons on the Disney
ah
because they make so much fun of Disney the whole time. It's ironic. Like, well, here we are.
I didn't realize that the Simpsons. I guess I forgot.
Oh
like,
yeah.
like what do you
Fox.
watch when there's no new Marvel or no new Star Wars?
More
Simpsons.
Star
More
Wars
Simpsons.
or more Simpsons.
Yeah,
I watch Star Wars a lot, anyways.
yeah. I watch Star Wars probably at least in some form, at least like once a week.
That's all.
Yeah, sometimes more, sometimes
It's
less.
healthy. That's a healthy addiction. I like it.
The other one I've been dipping my toe back in because I renewed my Netflix subscription is Black Mirror.
Yeah, I was trying to remember the name of that series the other day. Something happened. I was like, this is like a Black Mirror episode, but I couldn't remember the name.
Never seen it.
They
It's
come
just-
out with a new season?
No, but it's interesting to see. I know we've talked about this before, but just now, 2022, and now just in the last 2 or 3 weeks that I've had Netflix again, going back and revisiting and seeing how much of this stuff is actually happening in real life.
Oh, weird, huh?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
We were just talking about that. There's a movie that came out right before like the 3 Mile Island disaster, and it was called like the China Incident or something like that. And it was basically about a nuclear shutdown.
Chernobyl.
No. This is the one that happened here.
I like the China incident.
And but like, this was a movie that came out right before that, and it was like, okay, this is what would happen if a nuclear meltdown happened in Pennsylvania or whatever, right where this fucking these
New Jersey
ones actually are. Yeah, some I don't know wherever they are. But the movie came out 14 days before the disaster here.
Oh,
It was
really?
just like, wait, is this really happening? Is this reality? So it was wild. Just watch the thing on it.
There's got to be a conspiracy theory behind that.
Oh, yeah. That's called the movie just released 2 weeks before the incident. That's it. There's no conspiracy.
Don't
Dude,
look up.
I'm kind of glad I haven't really seen any of that bullshit. I mean, some conspiracy theories I can dig into, but I'm glad to hear, at least for now, I haven't heard any of that bullshit with the shooting that happened in Texas this weekend.
No, the
'Cause
only thing that happened there is the police fucked up.
Police did fuck up. And
Well, how about it also happening the week of the NRA meeting that's in Texas?
okay, so now
Coincidence.
here I'm talking about how there's no conspiracy theory. Now Ches
Ches
decides to
starts
throw
the
a
yeah.
conspiracy theory.
We have a platform, Chez. You can't be spreading shit like that.
I just these
Birds aren't real.
These school shootings.
Fuck birds.
These school shootings are particularly emotional, not only because, it's obvious, children dying is just fucking sad as shit, but also it kind of ramps everyone's political ideas for a few weeks, and it just causes a lot of like. There's just I feel like there's a lot of turmoil,
Yeah, Facebook at that point is just annoying.
It's funny to watch how media
Sorry.
responds to that too, because I think Fox had a retired FBI agent on their show, and he was like, "Yeah, what we really need in elementary schools is ballistic blankets to stop them from being shot." It's like, really? So they can bring guns into the school and shoot at children, but as long as they're under a blanket, they're great. I think there's ways you can mitigate it before getting to the ballistic blanket level.
Yeah.
Like.
I would like one of those, but
It'd be cool, huh?
Well, and
Probably
it's just
cozy.
There's a number of
Warm
things
as
like
fuck.
they have like those wedges that will you can like barricade yourself in a classroom, unless basically they'd have to have a chainsaw to cut through the door.
Yeah.
But then again, they're still getting into one classroom, which is what happened in this particular incident. This one kid, this one crazy person, went into a classroom and killed everyone in the classroom.
Yeah, he tried a few doors before that, I heard too, and like a lot of them had that, they were wedged and barricaded by desks and shit.
I was talking, maybe I shouldn't say who, but anyway, someone that I know that has kids, and she was saying that there's a lot of these schools take these countermeasures, the wedges, and her kids happen to be, they are in a particular part of town where there's more crime. There was anyway, maybe I shouldn't say the school, but anyway,
Don't say the school and don't say the name.
Alta.
Don't say the
kidding.
don't say the school. I don't know.
No, don't say.
I won't say anything.
Yeah.
But this particular school's had some incidents before, and so they have, like the metal detectors or whatever.
Yeah.
And she drops her kids off, and it's just like, oh, yep, we just forgot about that today. Oh, well, it hasn't happened for a while, so we don't do that anymore. It's like, maybe we should have these measures on all the time.
The metal detectors, yeah.
Well, whatever it is, there's certain doors that are locked, so you can't just walk into a school. You can't just wander into a school.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like, people
Little
just don't
badges,
wander and
I
like,
guess?
I wonder what my old high school looks like,
That's like specifically the reason I haven't been back to Hillcrest, because I'm like, how weird would that be? Like this 37-year-old guy's like, hey, what's going on here?
Do you have a hall pass?
it's weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't
It
have
is
children, and I don't think any of you guys do. I don't know, but
Not that I know of.
Just the fur baby.
so
But it's not
I'm
my...
not saying it's not a factor for everybody, but yeah, I just haven't thought about it, to be honest with you. That might sound cold, but
It's not my space to speak necessarily, because I
Good
don't
point. Good
have
point.
kids, but I have nephews that I would fucking take a bullet for.
I think there's plenty we can do to make
So,
schools a lot
I
safer.
would not for my nephew. I'm just going to tell you that right now. I'm not even being mean, but
Sorry,
he's an
nature's
adult.
nephew.
He's old enough to figure it out.
Take his own bullet.
Yeah.
He's old enough to take his own bullet.
Take it in the leg. Might sound really cold, even, but
Well, Nate,
Yeah, thanks for being on the show.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
always a good
Yeah.
time.
and he walked into the studio today wearing, I'm shit you not, bright green Joker colored hair,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
awesome.
It glows under black light. It's really wild.
I don't know if
And,
he's actually wearing it.
Yeah, I brought it. I brought it here, but I'm gonna leave it here.
You're gonna leave you leave your hair here?
No, I'm sporting it. But what's
Um,
great? The girl I worked with the last night. I told these guys already, but I was working next to a girl at the bar, and she had bright green hair as well, and she's pretty young. I'm kind of old for a bartender, so I just kept telling people that was my daughter. Worked out pretty well. It's pretty funny.
I don't
But
think
yeah.
you're old for bartender, dude. Bartenders come in all ages and all sizes.
That's true.
Um,
Hopefully they don't come on me.
is there anything that you want to plug? I know you're kind of a renaissance man, a jack of all trades. Is there anything you
Yeah,
want to
man.
shout
Do
out real quick?
I mean, we talked about the 801 wheel shop earlier. It's 801 wheel is what it's called. We not only repair the one wheel things, but like all PEVs, personal electric vehicles. So like scooters, if you buy your own scooter, like those Lyft or the Lime scooters, like the beefier ones, or like summer boards, anything like that. Stoker's really amazing at that shit. He's a wizard. He's brought back to life a couple of my boards.
Nice.
So I would definitely say, check out 801 Wheel. If you ever want to come on a group ride, we do rentals, board rentals and stuff like that. Check us out on Facebook or Any other social media?
That's probably a fun thing to do downtown.
It's fun. We actually do, like Jordan River a lot, Jordan River trails, and then we'll hit dirt trails for a little more advanced riders, like behind the university and up in the mountains, like the Pipeline Trail up in Mill Creek.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so that'd be great. Check us out.
Hit him up.
Yeah.
Barbering,
Yeah,
glass
I'm still
blowing,
doing that.
Still doing all the same stuff.
I'm in the process of moving, so not taking a whole lot of new clients on for barbering. I'm not doing a whole lot of glass blowing, but yeah, I'm looking at selling my house here in the next month. So once I get everything else set up, I'll be back to all that again. But I'll be in Cottonwood Heights of all things.
Oh shit.
We'll be neighbors.
Yes, sir. So yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks, Nate.
No Mormons were harmed in the making of this podcast.
Speaking of that, when can I come here? I mean, it's super cool that you decline my appointments all the time, but like, not show up.